We have here three very famous and well-known behavioral scientists, and we have an anthropologist, a sociologist, and a psychologist. Dr. Newman, you have heard just before the coffee break. She's our anthropologist, and I think that she has been well introduced already. Dr. Gibbons, on my right, is a professor of sociology at San Francisco State College. His specialty is criminology and deviant behavior. He's an author of the book Changing the Lawbreaker, and his special, he has recently been a participant in an opinion study on abortion, among other things, but we're concerned here only with the abortion aspect of it. Dr. Hugle is a clinical psychologist and a graduate student at the University of California in Berkeley in the Master of Public Health program there. He has founded the first new birth control center in 15 years in Texas, called the South Texas Planned Parenthood Center, and we're hoping that he will have some information to report on from that part of the world. We are generally concerned here with people's attitudes towards abortion, the folkways and the mores, and the extent to which they have accurate or inaccurate information about abortions. Dr. Gibbons, would you like to start us off here? What have you found to be the typical citizens' views about abortion?
Well, in the investigation that I carried on with some assistance during this past summer, we discovered that apparently citizens in San Francisco Bay Area are considerably more tolerant of abortion than is perhaps thought to be the case. It appears that citizens in this area would approve of abortions being performed under a variety of circumstances which are presently in California illegal. I don't want to indicate very much about why I'm concerned or why I was concerned about a study of attitudes toward abortion. It is the case, though, that last summer I was involved in a study of citizen attitudes with regard to three kinds of behavior: abortion, drug addiction, and homosexual behavior. One of the things, though, that I am concerned about is this sort of thing. You get a meeting like this together of people who are concerned about abortion, and it might be easy to conclude that everybody, or nearly everybody, has fairly positive attitudes about liberalizing the abortion laws. We have such attitudes, so then we generalize to the total population. But it seems to me, it's clear that we might run the danger here of the sort of thing where we get members of the Mattachine Society or the Daughters of Bilitis together. Those are homosexual organizations, and we might conclude from that kind of meeting that everybody is in favor of liberalizing the laws regarding homosexuals. Or if we go to a Synanon house, we might conclude that everybody's in favor of liberalizing the policies towards drug addiction. And we'd be pretty much in error if we concluded anything like that. So the point is, there is here some need, it seems to me, both the policy need and a general informational need to know what, in fact, people do think about abortion and policies towards abortion and matters like that in the state of California. So that this investigation last summer concerned itself, among other things, with citizen views of abortion. Very briefly, the results of that study, which involved about 350 respondents or 350 citizens in a variety of communities in the San Francisco Bay Area, the results generally are these. First of all, people were asked whether or not they would approve of therapeutic abortions in the instance of rape or incest pregnancies. Technically, it's illegal in California, as you no doubt know, to get an abortion under those circumstances at present. Well, 84% of the people in this sample said that they thought it was quite appropriate for an abortion to be performed under those circumstances. Similarly, 80% of these people thought that it would be quite appropriate for an abortion to be performed in the instance of a German measles pregnancy. Which, again, right now in California does not constitute grounds for therapeutic abortion. 72% of these people thought it would be okay for an abortion to be performed given psychiatric testimony that the mental health of the pregnant woman would be impaired by the pregnancy. 74% of these people agreed that some kind of change was required in the abortion laws. That is, they took issue then with the California law, which says the only grounds for abortion is a very clear danger to the life of the mother. This study also was concerned with the extent to which citizens know the facts with regard to abortion. It turns out that over 50% of these citizens said that they thought very few abortions were performed by physicians. That is apparently not really the case, so that here's an area where there's some misconception about abortion. About 40% of these same citizens said that they thought most abortions were performed on young single girls. That also is a misconception.